Okay, today we will talk about the database structure. So under the database management system, so this is our lecture notes. Okay, so let's talk about the parts of the database. So it has two parts. And the first one is the data, and the second one is the data structure, or how the data is being organized. So in this case, atong hisgutan kung unsaon siya pag-arrange. So halimbawa natay database, atong ibutang dito ang tanang information, tanang data nga kinahanglan, and then unsaon mo pag-organize, unsaon mo pag-arrange. So man na siya ito ang i-explain aning video about database structure or data structure. Unsaon mo pag-cluster ang information sulod sa imong database, unsaon mo siya pag-arrange nga dili siya libog, dili siya libog basahon sa tawo o sa computer or sa system. So the data model, it represents a representation of entities and their relationships to the real world. So in our previous discussions, we talk about entities and its attributes. So kung entities like halimbawa tawo, is an entity, so mo siyang buhatan o data model, mo siyang buhatan o isa ka table dito sa mong database. Unsa man ang naa dito sa sulod, unsa man iyang structure, so dapat mag-relate na say relation dito sa tinuod nga tawo. Halimbawa student, so unsa may mga information nga naa ni student in real world, so dapat mag-exist po siya dito sa imong database model or data model sa imong table, sa imong gihimo nga entity dito sa imong database. Okay, so also we'll talk about primary key. In database or in the database table natay gitawag og primary key. Ito sa unique identifier in the database. So for example, sa imong, if you are student, ang unique identifier nimo is ang imong ID number. So every student has a unique identifier like the ID number. So pag maggama ka og database tapos na nakay tables, ang katong kada table nimo nagrepresent og isa ka entity, each tuples or each row or each information nga nasulod itong nga table nga nagrepresent og isa ka tawo pod. Halimbawa kung it's about the student, so dapat na unique nga ID kada isa ka record, kada isa ka row sa table nga isa ka unique nga column. Ang tawagan na niya is primary key. Okay, so to make an example, so for example, if this is your table, so let's try to make an example using Excel. Okay, so for example, this is student ID, this is your full name, address, contact, and your level. Okay, so for example, is this is your table in your database. Okay, so this student ID, this one would be your primary key. So each record kining isa ka row, kanang isa ka row din ha, nagrepresent na siya og isa ka tawo. So kada tawo nasa unique identifier which is ang student ID. So halimbawa this is okay, So we have 4 different student. We have Rosito, we have Rosita, Rosette, and Rosana. Each of this student has a unique primary key, this student ID. So muna ang imong unique identifier, as it say in the by definition of the primary key, a unique identifier in the database. Nag-identify siya kada sa record. So pag i-query nimo mo database, pangitaon nimo ang ID nga 234, automatically ang imong gipangita na is kining first row. So dili niya ihatag nga result si Rosita, si Rosette, or si Rosana. It is because 234 ang imong type nga number dito sa imong search box, which is 234 is a unique identifier of Rosito. Okay, so okay, okay, so this is just an example of a table in the database, and this first column, the student ID, represents your primary key. So again, a primary key is a unique identifier in the database. So siya mo'y bali ID. It's not always nga na-word nga ID. Pwede nga lahi ang ngalan sa imong column without including the word ID or the two letters I and D. Pwede mo siya mag primary key. Pwede mo siya like just number or student number. That would do, as long as this serves as your unique identifier. So automatic kung asa imong unique identifier sa imong database table, mo to imong primary key. Okay, data type. So our previous in our previous discussions, nagisgot na tawag data type, right? So talk about this integer, double, text, varchar, boolean as the most commonly used data type and database management. So each field in the database needs to be of a certain type. So if you can still recall our previous discussion, each column, so for example in this, ang atong student number unsa ka ang atong data type. So based on the example given, integer, double, text, varchar, boolean, this could be integer. So the data type for your primary key na student number is integer. Okay. Nganong integer man siya? It is because numbers ang iyang gihold, numbers ang iyang gipakita ato ang gusto ibutang diha nga column. Since number ato ang gusto ibutang diha nga column nga mga value, so to the 234 to the 566, the 2123, the 56 and 79, it's all numbers, whole numbers to be exact. So kay whole number man, so kinahanglan integer atong data type ibutang. Again, in your database table, kapag number, whole number ang inyong gusto or kinahanglan nga ibutang nga value, dapat ang inyong data type is integer. And then as for the full name, since kung lantaw naman words man na siya or text, so ang imuha na pong data type ninhi is dili na po integer but text. So muna po namang data type text. For the address, still it could be text because words naman gyapon ay mong ipangmutan din ha. For contact number, you can use integer, but if your contact number consists of first number 0 dili mo siya pwede integer, since kung imo siyang say for example 0919, if you're using integer mawala ang 0 because 0 is has no non-existent value. Bale mo siya walay bili because it is a 0 already. And then first may lang og nasa sa tunga, so nasa sa tunga nasa say equivalent value. Pero kung siya may pinakauna like 0919, so it automatically sa 9 ta magsugod og lantaw sa value, di ba? So ang imong 0 bro wala siya ibili, so ihang i-erase. But since contact number man ni siya, di man mo siya pwede tangtangon ang 0 kay contact number man, so dili ka pwede mo gamit og integer. Also, if ang contact number nga available sa student is dili siya cellphone number but telephone number, and telephone number has dash like 214 dash 4171 44171, between those first group, second group na siya dash mga telephone number. So how about nga na, so kinahanglan og dash, so dili gid pwede kung integer type, di po siya pwede og long or di po siya pwede og double, but because those data type are for numbers. As well as kung roaming ang imong SIM, just like the old times na siya plus 63, I don't know if it's still in use, plus 63 94 so nasa plus ng sign in the first, so di pwede gyud og integer kung butangan mo plus. Probably ato siyang gamitan gyapon og text, data type text. Okay, so for example ato siyang laro na okay. For example, this one is plus 63 941 9 so 022429. And then this one is 214 4171. Okay, so with this example makita niyo ang different types of contact number. So you have mobile, duha ka mobile, normal nga mobile number, and then isa ka mobile number nga with area code plus 63, and then another contact number pero telephone number. So that means dili nito siya pwede gamitan og integer but text, it could be text because of those abnormal characters nga ma-include sa iyang contact number, the plus sign, the dash. And then on your level, since akong gigamit diri is numbers, 1 for first year, 2 for second year, 3 for third year, and 4 for fourth year, at ang imong diri nga data type is integer. That will be integer. So ingon ana dapat mag identify og data type sa imuhang database table. Kung magbuhat kag database table, magbuhat ka og maggama ka og model. This table represents an entity, okay? So for example, this table is table name student. Tapos, so this table, since this table is a table that represents the student, so all this information should be related to the student, to the real entity, real world. Okay, so we call this table or entity as student. So si student ba na full name naa, si student ba na ay address naa gyapon, si student ba na ay contact number, so na contact number si student ba na year level, syempre kay student man siya, so na siya year level. So all this information should be related to the student in the real world. So from real world nga student, imo siyang gigamaan og database model or table. Ang tawag na to entity. And that entity has attribute. Unsa man yung mga attribute? So sa table student or sa table nga student or sa kining niyang entity nga student, naa siya yung mga attributes. So ang attribute niya is student ID, full name, address, contact number, and year level. So halimbawa muragod siya katong ginani student. Okay, tapos kopyaon ako sa student ID, sa full name, address, okay. So since this is our entity, so ang ngalan sa entity is student, ang iyang attributes are student ID, full name, address, contact number, and year level. So ato ani nga design, ato ang lantawon kung asa ato ang primary key. Okay, so ato ang i-address, ang atong primary key is ang student ID. So butangan to og PK. Ana, so mo ni ang imong primary key sa student. Ako sa i-change ang color para mas mailhan. That means okay, I can't find the correct symbol. Akin lang. So this ano itong gitawag og attributes. While kining sa babaw entity. Okay, so the entity is the student and the attributes of that entity student are this student ID, full name, address, contact number, and year level. And with those with these attributes atong gi-identify ang iyang primary key. So ang atong gihimong primary key is ang student ID. Why is it nga ang student ID mo itong gihimong primary key? It is because it is the unique identifier of each student in the school. So every student has different primary key. Every student has different student ID or ID number. So if ever ato na siya i-convert into a real database, an electronic database, yun ani na siya gitsura kining atong gibutan diri sa babaw. Okay? And then since kinahanglan nato siya butangan og data type, perhaps atong i-include din hiyang data type para ma-identify na to og unsa ang iyang data type ng gamiton. If ever from this design, from this model, ato siyang i-convert into database ng electronic database. So for the student ID, atong ibutang is integer, and then text, then the data type text gihapon. Okay, and then integer. So na kompleto ang ato ang model na ang entity name, which is the student, tapos naa na po ang iyahang attributes, tapos na diha ang iyahang data type, naa na po diha ang iyang primary key, makita na nimo. Okay, so I hope na masabtan ninyo ang primary key. So there are different types of data type, and these are just the common data type. The example: integer for whole number, double for those fractions. Fractions are those number with decimal points like 2.1, 3.2, 6.9. Text for a sentence, a word, varchar for a single for different characters, special characters. Boolean is for true or false value, 1 and 0 value. So Boolean will only accepts value of true and false. Wala na lang pwede ibutang ang Boolean nga data type. There are lots of data type like time, date, year, month, as well as we also have this blob or object. Pwede butan ito a whole different type of data like image or file. Yung mo siyang i-convert into binary, yung mo siyang ibutan dito, so those blobs. So pwede daghan data type, but these are just an example, the common data type nga ginagamit. So for other data types, may bawanan na ninyo kung mag-explore pagid mo. And then we have this database models. The first model is the hierarchical model. So in hierarchical database, data is organized like a family tree or organizational chart. So from the word family tree, may imagine na ninyo ang forma sa family tree. Na siya trunk, na siya different branches. So nga na ang kuan, but bali in database models, the hierarchical model is more sa family tree, but na siya sa babaw ang iyang nagsilbing trunk, iyang haligi. So we call that the parent to record, parent entity. Nasa babaw ang parent entity, and then from that parent entity na siya, as you can see in the image andiri. So natay in the example, we have the parent as department as the parent, and then the second level we have the course A and course B, and then we have under the course A we have the instructor 1 and instructor 2. So instead of sa baba mang sugod, nasa babaw ka sugod. Dahil nagsanga-sanga siya, mara siyang naggamot-gamot. So mara siyang family tree, but instead nga trunk to branches, trunk to roots ang iyang gi-represent, iyang gipakita nga forma, hierarchical model. If you can still remember, talked about or nag-discussed about relationship, table relationship. So this is where you can apply your table relationship. Ito na parent, na child. Ito nga halimbawa si student connected, student is connected to the parent, student is connected to the teacher, but teacher is not connected to the parent because there is no relationship between the parent and the teacher. Only that the student is under a teacher for what do you call this, advisory, as an advisor, or a student is under the parent or connected to the parent because every student has a parent. Then ito pa to siyang gidungagan, what if walay parent ang bata but na si guardian, so nagdungag tagi sa entity which is the guardian. So parent, guardian, and teacher. Student is connected, so yun na. So kung nahinumduman pa ito ninyo, dirito siya magamit sa model. Not only the hierarchical model, but all models requires that relationship. And then the next one is the network model. So this model is mura siyag parehara sa hierarchical, but the only difference is its flexibility. So if hierarchical model has only one parent, so each of the roots or branches or next level entities are connected to just one parent, and network model is dili ingon ana. You could have two or more parent, and those next level entities katong sa baba niya pwede og connected into one or more parent. And hierarchical, only one parent ang pwede kunikan sa tanang child record. But a network model, child record could connect to different parent. Just like the example given, instructor 1 and instructor 3 is connected to department A, but instructor 2 is not connected to department A but it is connected to department B. And then on the third level, course A is connected to instructor 2 and instructor 3, and then course B is connected to instructor 1, 2, and 3. So that means course B has 3 parents, course A has 2 parents, and then instructor 1, department A has 2 child table instructor 1 and then child table instructor 3, while the department B has only one child table, which is the instructor 2. So more siya complex tanawon, but actually it is because of the flexibility. So gi-visualize lang diha kung sa flexible. Sa hierarchical, isa lang gyud dapat ang parent, dito connected tanan. A network model, pwede bisag asa ka mo connect. A parent table could have 2 or more child tables or records, and then as well as vice versa, si child record could have 1 or more parent. But the most common is the relational model. So it was introduced during the 1970s, became popular because of the flexible and powerful. It was flexible and powerful because all the tables are linked, and then user can request data that meets specific conditions with the new entities and attributes can be added at any time without restructuring the entire database. So di na mo kinahanglan usbon the entire database. So a good relational database design eliminates unnecessary data duplications and is therefore easier to maintain. So relational model is just like ang atuang example, this one, and I know na explain na pa nato ni sa atong mga previous nga discussions. Like in this example, as you can see, in the image. So the parent table is department records, and then the child table is the instructor records. Kung tanawon nimo dito sa iyahang mga columns sa department records, we have department number, department name, the location, and the dean. And then under the instructor records, we have instructor number, instructor name, title, salary, and department number. So this department number here is connected to the department number of the department records. So you can easily identify that instructor 1 is under what department, instructor 2 is under what department, instructor 3 is under to what department, as well as the instructor 4 is under to what department. So based on the department number nga ibutang nimo diri sa imong instructor records, ma-identify nimo kung asa na bilong si instructor, asa siya nga department na bilong, whether it's under siya sa department A, department B, or department C. So mag-add ka diri og another instructor, dili mo kinahanglan usbon pa o bungkagon pa imong record. Unlike atong sa imong previous model, hierarchical and network model, every time mag-add ka, mag-restructure ka sa imong model, usbon nimo, especially kining hierarchical model. Pwede mo siya kinahanglan ka magsigig usab niya, like madungagan na pod og another department, and then unsa na pod ang mga courses nga imong i-top ana nga department, and then the report sa network model magsige kag restructure sa iyang connection. But relational, mag nakaidungag relational database, diri magdungag kag isa ka row, automatic imo lang i-add kung unsa ang iyang department number. And with that, mahibawa na dayon nimo kung asa siya nga department na bilong. So nagdungag lang tag isa ka column dinhi sa atong instructor records para butangan na to sa department number. Every time nga tayo dungag instructor, ibutang lang nato kung sa nga department number siya na bilong. So in table relationship, we have these two types of table. We have the parent table and the child table. So a parent table is the main table which could be linked to one or more child. It acts like the main information table which holds the key to another information or additional data. It has primary key. Okay, so with this example, kini siya mo ato ang parent table sa department records. Ang primary key na to is department number. And in the child table, usually a supplementary table which holds additional data or information for the primary key in parent table. So primary key is not a must, but it could still own a unique key and a foreign key. So sa child table, pwede na siya gulay primary key, but if that is a child table, dapat na siya foreign key. Foreign key is something like this. Kaya sa instructor records na to, ang department number mo na siya itong gitawag og foreign key. It is connected to the department records that has the primary key. So department number on the parent table, in this example, the department records, ang department number is the primary key. Pero pag abot niya sa child table, ang imong department number, nahimo na lang siyang foreign key. That's because moro siya apelyido, kumbaga parent and child. So kung ang apelyido sa mong parent is department number, ang ikaw nga anak, ang imong hapong apelyido is department number. So by that family name or apelyido, may bawang dahil kinsa kang anak, diba? So pangana, so for example, ako Orkista akong apelyido, so may balo din sila, si Feliciano Orkista mo ipapa anak niya, si Abonja Orkista ang mama anak niya, tungod sa akong apelyido ng Orkista. So kaila din sila kinsa akong parent. O yan ang concept, ano siya konsepto, foreign key o sa primary key. Primary key mo siya apelyido sa imong parent. Pag abot dito sa child table, Ang foreign key, ang primary key gihimong foreign key. Para paglantaw sa foreign key, mahibawan dayon og asa kinsay iyahang parent or kinsay tagiana niya nga record. For example, si instructor 1. As instructor 1, ang under na siya ng department A. Kaya ang iyang department number kay Dep A. Okay? So like this example. So primary key is a minimal set of attributes, columns, in a table that uniquely identifies tuples or rows. So kanang isa ka row diha mo nakita na tog tuples. So na table. So in this example, makita nimo diha employee ID muna itong gitawag primary key. Then kung ato siyang buhatan og child table, so kana si employee ID mahimo na siyang foreign key. Like this example. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to adjust the view because I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe nasa left din siya sa kuwang window. So first table, the parent table, it's all about the employee. We have the employee ID as the primary key, and the other columns full name, address, and contact number. So this table represents the employee. It has employee ID, full name, address, contact number as attributes. So nag-represent isa ka entity, employee. And then nagbuhat tag isa ka table. Tawag na to ni siya og entity nga attendance. Okay, attendance. So the table attendance is a child table of or a child record of employee. So kini man ang parent nato, kini employee nga record or employee nga table. So kini nga to ang diri sa baba mo nga to ang child table. So as you can see, na pod diri ang employee ID. Connected siya dito sa employee ID sa employee table. Pero kung primary key ang tawag anin diri sa employee ID sa parent table, pag abot diri sa child table nga sa attendance, ang employee ID nahimo na siyang foreign key. So muna kahilahian ni primary key o foreign key. Identifier. So automatic makabalot ta kung kinsay tagiya aning nga time ning login. Date 11/3 November 3, 2020, ning login og 7 AM, ning logout pagka 12 noon, ning login balik pagka alauna sa hapon, ning logout na po siya pagka alas 5 sa hapon. So nasa total hours nga gi-duty nga 9 hours. So kinsa may tagyan ning 9 hours? Si 16-M89036 nga employee ID. So kinsa man ang employee nga naay 16-M89036 nga employee ID? Si Rosito Orquista, nagpuyo sa Pagadian City, na contact number nga 094600222424. So ingon ana ang pagbuhat og primary key and foreign key using relationship. So bali good kung ato na siyang ihimuon og ato ni siyang buhatan o ERD or entity relationship diagram, relational diagram. Yun ani gud siya itsura. Let me show you how it is done in ERD. So if this is your employee, your primary key. So tayo na dito, full name, address, contact number, employee ID. So yun na nito magbato ERD. Full name, and then address, contact mo, okay. And then says attendance. No primary key. Okay. Then total. Okay. And then ato siyang button og relationship. So one employee could have one or many attendants. Okay. And then this is F key, foreign key. So yun ana ang ato ang mahimo nga ERD. So this is the ERD or entity relationship diagram. So from entity relationship diagram ato siyang gibuhatan og database table ngayon ani. Siyang i-convert into database table. Yan. Kita ninyo? Ang relationship is 1 to 1 or many. That's because one employee could have one or many attendants depending on the date paano siya nag-attendance. So I hope na sabtan ninyo ang data structure sa database, the concept of foreign key and primary key, as well as the database model, the hierarchical, the network, and then the relational. So with this relational, ma-avoid na to, isa sa ma-avoid na to is ang redundancy of data. Imagine if this attendance ato siyang gisagol na sa main table sa imong parent. So after aning contact number din ato ang idungag ang date, AM-in, AM out, PM-in. Say for example, ingon ana yung mahitabo. So ato siyang i-try og represent into our Excel. So halimbawa, so mamuni ang record sa parent table na to. So kung atong i-add din hang ato ang child, okay. So ano siya resulta? Halimbawa kung wala na to siya relational model, every time nga mag-add ta og attendance, ma-redundant ta sa employee ID. For example, mong employee ID is 101. Okay, let's just try full name, address, contact number, date, AMN. Okay. So let's say for example this is your first record. Tomorrow pagka ugma na pod, mag-login na pod ka, change na pod ka din So this is 12. But balik-balik ang imuhang data. So as you can see, nagbalik-balik sa employee ID, balik-balik sa full name, balik-balik ang address, contact number, ang gawas lang diri sa date, AM-in, AM out, PM-in, PM out og total, mag-change mo gini din Pero ang imong contact number, imong address, imong full name og imong employee ID balik-balik. So daghan kay redundancy. Pero kung lantawon na to dito sa tuang relational model, sa second table ang balik-balik lang nato og entry is ang imuharang employee ID. Kay isa ra ta nag-entry sa imong full name, kay isa ra ta nag-entry sa address, kay isa ra ta nag-entry sa imong contact number. Dayon later na kada na mo attendance, ang duplicate na lang ang mahitabo is ang imong employee ID, since employee ID gihimo man siyang foreign key para may bawaan kung kinsa tagiyaan nga attendance. Pero naka-minimize kay space. Kaya wala naman mo balik-balik sa full name, si address o si contact number. So na-minimize nimo ang usage sa imong storage. Kaya ang imong database mo kaon man siya og storage. So kung balik-balikon pa mo nag-entry sa full name, si address o contact number, dako kayo kag masayang sa imong database. So that is why relational model yan ang gi-avoid nga although mag-duplicate ang imong employee ID. Kaya every time na may mag-attendance, ibalik man mo entry sa employee ID, pero sa employee ID na lang. That is already a good thing. Di na mo i-include balik ang full name, ang address o contact number. Okay? So I hope you get the idea, you understand the concept. And if you have questions, pwede nyo i-comment para ito ang ma-replyan atong matubag, or basin pwede na ito buhatan og next video para further explanation sa inyong kung namoy wala na sabtan. So that's it. Thank you.